Tyler.
Tyler, how did you feel like the defensive line played against Bowling Green?
There was definitely tons of stuff we can correct. I mean, just looking at the film, everybody's got to do better at knowing their assignment and everything. But I feel like we played really, really hard. And I feel like that's apparent to everybody. We played with great effort and just tried to make Coach G's picture come to life. And I feel like we did a good job with this.
Coach Ackles said one of the goals was to change the line of scrimmage. It certainly looked like you did that.
Yeah, we definitely, a big thing we harp on is playing very vertical. So Coach Banks, we sent a lot of different movements and stuff, but everything, even stepping laterally, we have to get back vertical to, like you said, change line of scrimmage.
Do you see Pickett, Pitt's quarterback, do you see him as a dual threat guy, or is he just a guy that'll run when he has to?
100%. Just watching the film on him, just up their game against UMass, yeah, I have a ton of respect for him. I give myself a lot more credit than I think a lot of people will. But I definitely feel like he's a very formidable opponent, and he'll give us a lot of tough looks. So we got to be ready for that.
Has anything changed for you in terms of your role with Byron being out?
No, I mean, we just come and just pick up the slack. Byron, he gives us a lot of great things, but with him being out right now, we just pick up what he would have been doing and just continue moving.
What you see from Caleb Trimble in that game? He seemed to be on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and you guys overall as a D-line seemed to do pretty good.
Oh, Caleb played great. I mean, we were all really happy. I kept telling him before the game, just stay locked in and just roll with the punches. Whatever they give you, just give it back to him. So, yeah, he did a great job, and I'm really happy for him.
What about Theo Jackson? He seemed to be everywhere. Love you guys to
I mean, the film tells it better than I can give him credit. Theo was, like you said, everywhere, returning punts, being the anchor of our defense. I mean, he couldn't have done more than we asked him to do.
What else stands out about Pitt's offense?
I mean, their offensive line, they have a lot of great experienced guys. Like you said, Kenny Pickett, they're a really good team, honestly. I honestly think it'll be a very good matchup. They give us a lot of tough stuff. We just got to be able to match up with it correctly.
Look like you guys are rotating a lot up front. Is that an effort just to keep you guys fresh?
Yeah, Coach G always harps on that, keeping everybody fresh. Because if you can keep your win, you can play hard every play. So, yeah, I think it's a great philosophy. And, yeah, we just rotate a lot.
You think that has also something to do with how fast your offense goes, that you may have to be back on the field pretty quick?
I don't think it attends that much. I think it's more so Coach Garner and Coach Banks' philosophy, just keeping everybody fresh and not having anybody play too much.
What I mean, y'all keep them out of the end zone twice there. I know that the score wasn't close there at the end, but y'all kept them out of the end zone both times.
I mean, to be honest with you, that's our goal. So I'm not really too happy or too up or too down about that. But I mean, that's generally what we expect to do.
What did you see out of Elijah during the game, kind of watching back on film, and why do you think he was able to take a step this offseason?
I mean, just with the implement of Coach Gardner coming in, I think everybody's been able to take a big step. You know, he's just arguably one of the better coaches in the country. I give a lot of credit to him, just helping us all develop and just become better players in every aspect.
What did you see out of Elijah?
Elijah, he just arguably one of the strongest guys on the team. When he's fresh, I think he's one of the best doing it right now.
Where do you feel like you've developed in those since last year at Mountain?
Say it again.
Where do you feel like you've developed in those from when you got here last fall?
I feel like mentally, just the speed of the game has slowed down to me a lot. Just really studying a lot of film and just being prepared for everything they can throw at us. I feel like that is where I've taken the biggest step.
Tyler, it's one thing to talk about leadership and you taking a bigger role in that before games and practices, but now that you went through a game as more of a leader, what are some examples that you had of you kind of helping in that area and other guys stepping up in that area?
I mean, being a leader in our scheme and our locker room is real easy because everybody's really bought into the program. So it's not like we have just one individual leading. I feel like everybody in our team's a leader. We all help each other be better and just kind of go head to head and iron sharpen iron.
What was your reaction to Coach Eckler banging up his head there?
I honestly didn't even notice it till the second half, and I was a little scared, to be honest. It scared me a little bit, but he coaches with great enthusiasm, and I mean we just feed off of it.
When you evaluate the defensive performance, other than points allowed, what do you look at? Is it rushing yards? Is it sacks, tackles for loss? What are the things you look at?
I don't really too much look at statistics, to be honest. It's more so us executing our assignments and how well we do with that. So there's a lot of room to grow in that. But
how would you grade the execution?
There's room to grow, to say the least. We have a long way to go.
Ollie Lane went in there and played a lot of significant snaps. What have you seen from him in practice going up against him?
What you guys saw in the game, playing a lot of significant snaps. I mean, Ollie's been a great hard worker, and he's played really hard for us in practice. And he did the same in the game. And when his name was called, he came in and played hard.
what about all those pregame traditions that come with Tennessee football that you didn't get a chance to experience last year? What was it like to go through those again?
I mean, it was awesome. It was a great experience. I've seen them all growing up, but being a part of it was something unreal, something I'll never forget.
Do you see Pitt as being comparable to an SEC opponent that you guys would face?
I think Pitt's as comparable of an opponent as anybody in the country. I think on their best day they can be as good as whoever, and just like us, on the worst day they can be as bad. But I see them being very, very formidable opponents this week.
They use a lot of running backs. Is one impress you in particular?
I haven't done enough studying them to necessarily say one is better than the other, but they definitely have a very strong run game, just looking at their numbers from last season into this season. So obviously their guys are doing a great job.
So when you look at guys like Ollie and maybe guys like Solon Page on your side of the ball, guys that have been around for 3, 4, 5 years, finally getting to play a little bit, does that mean something to the guys on the team?
100%. Those guys, like you said, they've been here for a long time, and they've been the same guys every day and day in, day out, just playing hard. I mean, I honestly think they deserve a shot, and seeing them get it makes me really happy, just being a brother of theirs.
Theo mentioned after the game that for him, at least, the defense felt simpler this year, maybe, and that's one of the reasons he was kind of flying around. Does that help the defense as a whole, or how much does that?
Yeah, compared to last year, it's just been really smooth for us. A very smooth transition. Coach Banks has been really considerate of us, knowing that we want to play fast more so than being out there thinking a lot. And I feel like you saw that a lot on Saturday. Everybody just flying around with a lot of effort.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.